Very disturbing video from New York subway. I don't know what the date is, but it doesn't really matter. And this is going to go across the issue of mental health. So if you're just listening, this is very disturbing. It's not going to be like any blood or shooting or anything like that, but it is very disturbing though. This is from a New York subway.
My fuck widow! Punk ass mother nigga!
So what you're listening to is some lunatic. I don't know if it's a male or a female. I think it's a black male. I have no idea. But they're wearing like pink shoes and black leggings and a crop top like sweater on the New York subway, just completely bat-ish off their mind, looking like they came straight out of San Francisco. Seems like the constituents that Democrats would love to create and the atmosphere Democrats would love to create. This is just a lunatic on the subway. And considering what just happened with Frank James, man, this is highly concerning if I were on the subway. So this dude's on the subway just yelling and acting like a goddamn lunatic. So if you're just listening, this lunatic sat down next to a couple women. One woman got up, obviously, to get the hell away from this person, and another woman tried to get up. And this insane person who should be locked up in an insane asylum grabbed the woman by her hair to not allow her to sit up. And there are people, I don't know, looks like about 10 to 20 people on the subway, and no one did anything. They're just watching it. They're just watching. So when you look at Vivaldi, this is related. All these signs of this dude being just completely gone, cutting up his face and getting into fights and being dark and putting all this stuff on his eyelids. And then he purchased some weapons, put it all on social media. If I say the wrong thing about the organization that's in Davos right now, I'm done, gone, video pulled, channel pulled down in probably 2 seconds. Done. These lunatics were able to put all kinds of mental deficiency, proof of their mental deficiency, along with guns on social media. And they were Frank James, Daryl Brooks from Waukesha, all these people who had all this stuff on social media. And it was up there and still up there. I don't know if it is now, but I saw the Daryl Brooks stuff way after. For this last Uvalde one, they pulled all that stuff. They pulled it after the incident. If I say the wrong thing about Dr. Beagle, it's a wrap. And it won't take that long. They got some things like videos, they already got them ready. So if you put this video in, so that's what happened to me with one of mine, which was a horrible strike, where I retweeted the Ron Paul video from back in the day where he was talking about liberty and freedom against Beagle. The second I uploaded it to you, literally the second that it processed, they were like, beep, boop, strike. We've been ready. We were waiting for you on this one. And we see the mental deficiencies. These are concerning stuff that they're putting. I'm all for free speech, but the stuff that they're putting on social media, like threats, that's getting to infringing on people's rights that the authorities need to look into. Obviously, you can't just make random threats online like that. And then you see guns and stuff with it. And nobody did anything. Social media companies didn't do anything. For the Uvalde shooter, people all in the community knew stuff. And I gave props to the family who was trying to help. But people, I didn't see anything that people were like, hey, we might need to remove this dude from society. That's the discussion. So here's a dude that needs to be removed, or a girl, I don't even know what it is, needs to be removed from society on a subway, sat down, grabbed a woman by her hair, and nobody did a damn thing about it. You want to know why Uvalde happens? It's not hard to see why. Look at this. It's difficult to look at, but this is the mirror that we need in our country to say, this is where we're at right now. This, everybody walking around with white supremacy. This is a black person, if you're just listening, dark-skinned. Is this what white supremacy looks like?
My fuck widow!
I want our whole country to look at this. This is us. This is New York, the capital of our country. That's what I call it. It's the real capital. This is in New York. The woman is mouthing, "Help me." New York was supposed to be the hardest. What's the reputation of New York citizens that we've seen growing up? Supposed to be the hardest, most hardcore. Don't mess with New York. We don't play in New York. Somebody got you on your knees right now. Somebody replied to me on Twitter and said, "Do you think you would have done anything?" Easy for me to say, who knows? Nobody knows until you're in that situation. But I would be damned if I was on that subway and didn't do anything. Even from a selfish standpoint, Frank James just popped off. I don't know what this dude or person has. They're a threat to that person. They're a threat to everybody on that train. Are you crazy? I can't even talk about on YouTube what I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, but instincts kick in, who knows what. I cannot tell you on YouTube what I would attempt to do to that person if I said, let go of her hair or there will be problems. I would not expect anybody to jump in and help, but I guarantee you if somebody did, there would be help. They're scared out of their mind, out of many things, many reasons. That's what happened. Our society is that. And you want to talk about 2A? I want to talk about who turned our society into that. That's the difference between you and me. Are you crazy? There are able-bodied men on that subway. And that's a woman that they have their hair on, tugged on. And I don't care if that's a woman or a man in there. I think it's a man just based on the voice. But that's unacceptable. I don't know what they're going to try to do to me or my wife or kids if they happen to be on there. You must be crazy. I'm going to have to withhold what I would attempt to do. And it wouldn't be anything other than let her hair go. And after that, it's survival instincts. It's fight or flight, and there is nowhere to run. This is after Frank James. I don't know what you're doing. This is after that black dude just boop offed someone right on the train just recently. You must be crazy. I don't care what. Of course, they're concerned of, shoot, I might do something and now I'm hemmed up. You might get hemmed up a different way without doing something. And then even regardless of that, what's the right thing to do? Do you remember that story that someone did the worst heinous crime other than death or right along death to a woman on a train? I don't think we had video, but no one did anything. It happened right there in front of everybody. You need to freeze frame this and look at it. That's us. All of us. Me, you in the chat, everyone. We're all good with it. And we have a mayor who would never come out and say any of this. Say, what have we become? Are you crazy? Can't say here and watch this and have a cell phone out recording this. They would have been recording this ass beating that hypothetically could have happened. That's what would have been recorded. This nickel is saying Jesus. This nickel, I think the dude recording is saying Jesus Christ. I think he's praying. Bro, God, if God isn't giving you the power to do something, then don't pray right now.
Get up! Shut the fuck up! No,
bruh. Look at this bruh man right here. Bruh. This is going to be a long night's sleep. I don't know when this happened. This is going to be a long night's sleep for this bruh. And I can't, again, easy for me to say, I wasn't there, but the dude is wearing leggings. So there's no heat. At least you would see the bulge for the heat. Now, I could be wrong. You could miss it. There's always a risk. It could be something else, another weapon. There's always a risk. But if you're going to let that bro walk right by you like that, saying, no, 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 no. I'm going to have these hands right here until you shut the up. This is an able-bodied bro right here. I guarantee you he's having nightmares right now. Daydream nightmares.
You know what happened?
What I do.
You know what happened?
I've had enough of this. So if you want to know why Uvalde happened, just take a look at that video. Same thing. People who knew this dude was crazy out of his mind. Same with Buffalo. Same with a lot of these other ones. Some of them the FBI knew.